ya chilolo wa mutende ifumu kumunu na pano pesonye gakwali wa mupala musonde kana besa bikeni po bupusano ene pano paka kwisano alabakesa bakwisano kutipa bati wala vile isa monde fwaga musambe viva shikulu yobo malene tamozono bena yakobo ti mwana wa mfumu kuno kachebo gatakula chida mulida pajepo yeah malene ngabena mozo sapwa yose fire ile kwate desa lingumu ketile one more time, let's go. Oh Lord malene ngabena moze yose fire ile kwate desa lingumu ketile go. Joseph waya inekwate lesani mfumuteti ngelomba. Oh Lord paleni gawe na Mose Joseph waya inekwate lesani mfumuteti ngelomba.
It's a beautiful Monday, and thank you so much for joining us on Ubuntu channel. My name is Lawrence, and I'm hosting you for this week's edition of Ubuntu Lifestyle. Thank you so much to everybody that is tuned in. Everybody else, please like, share, everything, because we are here to review the Diamond TV Personality of the Year Awards, which happened last week on Thursday. And I'm not alone to do this particular review. I'm with a journalist and also a radio presenter in the name of Lance Semibanda. Lance, good evening, and thank you so much for being with us on this edition of Ubuntu Lifestyle. I'm not sure if Lance is with us. Lance, are you able to get me? Okay, as we are waiting for Lance to sort out his connectivity problems now, remember, these are awards that happen every year, and they are presented to us by Diamond Media, that is Diamond TV. And as usual, a few weeks ago, we had this discussion analyzing the nominees, and in each category, we did quite as much as we could, and we managed to go through a lot of categories. And to be honest with you, we were predicting this and that here with Lance himself, and he's here to answer exactly what he predicted the last time we were together. Remember, this is Ubuntu channel, the channel that comes to you live every day of the week at 20 hours to share one thing or two. And remember, yesterday, just as a recap, yesterday we had Namwinga with a moment of grace, and we had a Bible quiz right here on the Ubuntu channel. I'm not sure if you are one of the winners, you who's watching us, but we congratulate everybody who participated in that particular quiz and everybody who won something out of it. That is what Ubuntu is all about. It's about giving and giving and giving. And apart from that, it's also informing you, entertaining you, and ensuring that you are in the know with everything that is happening news-wise, everything, including your spiritual lives. We really care about that as well. Remember, this is Lawrence on Ubuntu channel. I'm still waiting on Lance, but maybe we have him this time around. Lance, good evening, and thank you so much for being with us.
Good evening, Lawrence. I don't know if you're able to hear me.
Loud and clear, Lance. Thank you so much for being with us this particular Monday.
Well, thank you so much for the invite, and it's a great thing to come back and get we started with this, and definitely we have to end with it and give our analysis to obviously the overall organization of the awards, as well as also get to have a few talks and chats or put our opinions here and there concerning the people that managed to scoop or win these particular awards. So thank you so much, Ubuntu, for calling me back.
Interesting. Lance, I'm going to first of and foremost ask you, like you just mentioned, how was the general organization of the whole event, starting from the time that we got the list of nomination of nominees and up to the time that we had the actual awards, that was last week on Thursday. How has everything moved according to your analysis? Okay, once again, we seem to be having technical challenges with Lance. What we're going to do here is we are going to ask the producer to just give us again a replay of the performance by Triple M at the very same awards, that is the Diamond TV Personality of the Year award. That is Triple M giving us a track, performing a track called Mpaleni. Please be blessed and also enjoy this piece of music.
Wasiufana kolike Nesanga chilodo wa mutende Ifumu kumuduna pano pesonye Gakwali wa mupala musonde Kanabesa bikeni pobu.
That is just a snippet of the song Paleni. That was a live performance by Triple M at the Diamond TV's Personality of the Year award. Lance, I hope we have you right this point in time.
Thank you so much, Laurie. Uh, many times we've talked about live performances in Zambia versus playback music and all this and that. I think we've time and again we've stressed the need for Zambian musicians or Zambian artists to learn the art of performing live music, because there's just so much joy in live music, and it's so gratifying, great to know that one young man whose music is like he just came up on the scene, but at least you're able to see the great work that the young man is putting in and the hard work that he's putting in just to try and see to it that he leaves his name on the map and at least be on the people's lips time and again to say Triple M is this, Triple M is that. So Triple M is one artist, Laurie, who has
Are you still with us, Lance? Okay, once again, we seem to have lost Lance there, but this is what we can do. I think we were here with Lance a few weeks ago, and we went through the categories where we thought probably we needed to talk about this and that, and also engage you and also hear your opinions on everything that was going on with to do with the nominations themselves. So what we are going to do here is we'll try to go through the winners list, even when my friend Lance is struggling with connection there, here and there, but we hope that he'll be chipping in here and there when he can, and we can be able to get some of his views. Let me just ask my producer to just take us back into the to show us some of the winners that we have, and then we can probably go through them bit by bit. Now, uh, I think uh, in everything that happened, probably this woman here ends up as the biggest winner. I'm not sure if Lance can hear us at this point in time. Lance, are
Yes,
you
I
with
can
us?
hear.
Yes, I can hear.
Okay, we are going to dive into the awards just now, and we are looking at the first winner in Mwizukanji, who scooped the most influential social media personality of the year award. Lance, uh,
Well,
am I with
thank you
Lance?
so much.
Thank you so much.
So,
You can go
you
on,
know,
Lance.
looking at the people that were in this category, and looking at the person that emerged as a winner, obviously you get to look at what exactly were they looking at when they say most influential social media personality of the year. In this context, I believe, if I'm wrong, well, I live to be corrected. I believe that they are looking at a person who is using social media to influence someone's life in a positive way, or better still, to influence somebody that is following them to be a better personality. Now, let's have a jive at Mwizu Kanji. Well, Mwizu Kanji is a whole brand of everything. She is a marketer, she is an enthusiast business lady, as well as also adding in a few things there. I think we've seen her impacting quite a number of lives through her social media. We have seen so many people putting her up as the brand ambassador, also calling her for quite a number of things, or quite a number of stuff that we see them, that we have seen her being influential on. So, well, we may say it's well deserving, but then let's review the year that these media personality awards are put into. What exactly has Mwizu Kanji done to at least have a positive impact on the lives of people that follow her, or the lives of people that get influenced by her, apart from the current famous, or most social media popularized Metopia restaurant. I think we haven't seen much even from her page. We haven't seen much, done from her on her end, apart from just advertising other people's stuff, and monetizing whatever that she does. So, well, we may say
We
she
may
she
say
she
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 Well,
gets it,
Lance,
she
maybe.
gets it maybe.
Lance, if you look at things the way they are, probably in my own understanding, we are looking at someone who is
Mhm.
using social media to affect something. When Mwizu Kanji talks about something, I think let's all agree that a lot of people go with the trend. She brought about with this Metopia restaurant that you mentioned. She brought about this okra fish and the like, and it's like everybody is eating that. Isn't that what we mean by influential?
Well, there's the social aspect, as well as also the business aspect of it. So, business wise, we would say she might have inspired somebody or someone out there to say, you may try out something which people or a delicacy which people have never thought can be a delicacy mixed together. That can be, the business aspect of it. The social aspect of it is that, well, the fact that I've been to the restaurant at least about 3 or 4 times, believe you me, there's nothing to ride home with. It's a social media frenzy where, yes, she advertises it so much that people have that perception to say this is a place that might be packed, or a place that has people. But trust me, it's a ghost restaurant. But however, business wise, yes, she has impacted in somebody out there to say you can do the extraordinary and turn it into the ordinary, that somebody can, accept and say this is it. But the positive impact that we are talking about here, Lawrence, we are not talking about somebody telling me you should cook this and it may be a delicacy. We're talking about somebody having a positive impact of, if, for example, I'm a junkie and I listen to Mwizukanji 2, 3, 4 times, I should be able to change. She should inspire me to say I can change from being a junkie to somebody that can do something out there in life. I think this is what we are supposed to look at if we are saying influential social media, personality. I think anyway that's my take. And well, congratulations.
Let's move on from this category by you answering just this one question. In the category, in this category, we had Biflo, that's Brian Wembia. We had Dr. Aaron Jajati. We had Talimwanza, and we had Mwizukanji herself. Anybody else you thought would have won it? Maybe.
Well, remember in the first place when we were revealing their nominations, I raised concerns of how they came about to the nominees in these categories. So for me, in the category, I would say, and I would even proudly tell you that I didn't vote for anyone because I felt these were wrong people put in a category that is wrongly looked at. Hence the reason why I made a call on that program to say maybe Diamond TV must come out and tell us the criteria they use for putting people in these categories or nominating these people, as well as tell us what is the rationale behind hosting of these media personality of the year awards. Then only then, when we understand, will we fully appreciate. Otherwise, we appreciate it that this is one TV station that gets to recognize talent and is out there trying to do the most. But however, let them tell us the rationale and we shall give them their flowers. I can't get you, Lawrence.
We have received another guest in the studio, and that is CJ, I presume. Good evening, and thank you so much. Wiseman, good evening, and thank you so much for joining us in the studio.
Good evening, Lawrence. How are you? Good evening.
Thank you so much. Remember, viewers, we are live on Ubuntu channel, and we are going through the winners list of the Diamond TV's Personality of the Year award. Let me ask my producer to take us to just the next category, and then we'll be able to bring in Mr. Wiseman as well to come and give some of his views. And this happens to be the song of the year, and we happen to have Your Maps alongside Abo Chungu with a song entitled Try Again as the winner. Mr. Wiseman, is Try Again your winner also?
Somehow. Try Again, it can be the winner to my personal understanding, because this year that song had made some noise, and it was a song which was encouraging people to try and not to give it away whenever you have negative thoughts about your life. So on this one, song of the year, I support that it was okay to carry the day. But the thing is, if you are going to have two different awards in the same country, and on this other category of award with the different sponsors, Song of the Year comes out different. These other awards again, Song of the Year comes different. You wonder what criteria both sides they are using.
Okay. Um, Lance, are you with us?
Yes, I'm definitely
Yes,
with
yes,
you.
I'm definitely with okay, you. Okay. We see Try Again beating Chef 187 alongside Blake. That is nobody. Yeah, we see it beating Mordecai Fire. We see it beating Chile Walls Isen Mutambe, Makitu alongside Yo Maps with Mtima Wanga, and J Cash alongside Yo Maps with people like us. Um, a deserving winner, according to you.
Well, truth be told, on this one, people really like I've seen sentiments and comments flying around to say these awards they were all about sympathy votes and thing to do like that or thing to do with that. But for Song of the Year, I think this was a deserving win. Like Wiseman has said, out of all the songs that were nominated, this is one song that
Okay, we seemingly keep losing Lance. I'm not sure
this is
if
one
he
song.
this is one song.
Okay, sorry. So this is one song that deservedly won. Looking at the nominations or the nominees that were in this particular category, "Try Again" is a song that it talks about, or a song that encourages people to never give up, people to never look down on their beginnings or on what they're doing. At least they should be able to look at what they've started, where they are, and get to appreciate the challenges that come around or that comes with it. So they have to use the same challenges for them to build up and get to something which they want. So yes, this was a positive, and this was a win which was very deserving. The other songs, believe you me or trust me, I don't think they even deserved to be in this category, because those were songs which were just morale boosting songs. Like I said last time, there's a song that, yes, is a song which we say this is a vibe that people can vibe to, and there are just those songs which are not hits, but because of the beat and thingy, people just get to love them. 2 3 weeks down the line, they're dead and gone, they're buried. You wouldn't even want to listen to them again. So Try Again really deserves it.
Okay, on this one, both Wiseman and Lance himself agree that this was a deserved winner. Congratulations to your maps for that particular win, and also I think he's one talent that has given us so much music that we really appreciate. Remember, we are also interested in you, in knowing what you the viewers think. Please just drop us a comment so that we can know exactly what you think. And moving on to the next category, to the next winner that we have. Let me just ask my producer to give us another one, and this one is a winner for the most fashionable male personality of the year, and it was Bran Chanda on this one. Lance, Bran Chanda, most fashionable male personality of the year. What is your take?
Well, you wouldn't run away from that fact, Lawrence. This guy, whenever you meet him, either corporately, socially, or wherever you meet Brian Chanda, like you would really wonder who is his fashion designer, or is this guy such a fashionista that each time he has to come up or come in a design or with designs that you get to ask yourself, who designs, where does he buy from, who are his plug or who are his suppliers. So branch, and also for me, really got it, and it was a right one for him. Even when you look at his innovations, or the so-called branch and the innovations, like you would really see to the core, to the fact that this guy knows what he's doing, he knows what he wants, and he dresses for the occasion. Some of us, the occasion, oh, Nidina, we just dress for the sake of covering ourselves to say, hey, I just need to cover myself. But for this one, Buta, trust me, he dresses for the occasion. So this for me too was a right winning nominee.
Okay, what over Wiseman? What do you take over? What do you make of Branch and winning this particular category? Okay, we seem to have lost Wiseman there. We can move on to the next. Looks like Lance is very much pleased with that particular win. And by the way, in his category, the he had King Elist, he had Peter My Life, and also Komba Malukutila, who were his rivals for this particular award. Big ups to you, Branch. And now we're looking at the female model of the year, and obviously our international Alice Musukwa scooped the award. Lance.
uh, excuse me. Maybe kindly help me with the nominees, or the people that were nominated in this category, so that at least we can be able to move together with people that are watching, the people that are watching this for the first time, and they wouldn't know the people that were nominated before I pass my prediction. You are on mute, Lawrence.
I didn't get what you're saying, Lance.
Okay, I was saying, for the sake of our viewers out there, can we have the people that were nominated in this category? Because I think I would love to give a detailed analysis on this one. It's of great interest.
Okay, okay.
Lawrence, you are on mute.
In this particular category, we had Natasha, Joan, that is Brandina. We had Faith, Kachemukonko, Boss Lady Alice herself, and Natasha. That's Miss Zambia 2022.
All right. So thank you so much. Now, the question here that arises, Lawrence, is when we look at model of the year, um, just this year, how many pageants has Musukwa, attended or nominated into? And if they are there, apart from flaunting things on social media, and of course being a social media influencer, um, how many pageants was she nominated to, or has she participated into, both locally and international? Well, let's keep it international because she's in the diaspora. So in the same diaspora, how many pageants has she taken part into? And then let's look at the nominees, her fellow nominees right here in Zambia. How many pageants did they participate into, and how far did they go in these pageants? Trust me or believe you me, Lawrence, I don't know why in Zambia we always vote for names and not for merit. This was a vote of merit. Yes, we know Alice has achieved massively in terms of modeling. She has represented Zambia on the global platform, on bigger platforms. During her prime, when she was very active with pageantry, this time around, have we seen her being active in these pageantry, whether local or international? Then these young ladies that she was nominated together with, have we seen how active they've been also in the background organizing for these other pageantries? So it really leaves much to be desired to have Alice as the winner for this category, when you have people that have been very active and then you get the inactive one as the winner. It leaves much to be desired, like really.
Lawrence, you are forgetting to unmute yourself.
Apologies for that. Apologies for that. I was saying, let me just go through the list once again for the nominees in this particular category. So we had Precious Ngoma, we had Natasha Maplanga, we had Melba Shakaboza, and Kena Chiwe, also, who lost to Alice Musukwa. Wiseman, are you happy with the winner in this category?
Okay. I think for me, even without going through the nominees, this the winner itself, she's a good model. We cannot get that from her, but this award, it is like the match which we are going to have between Zambia and Congo Brazzaville. After the match ended, you say man of the match Kennedy Mwene. Yes, Kennedy Mwene is a good footballer, but was he participating in the match? The answer is no. So why should you give man of the match someone by the name? This is how this category was picked. You picked someone who is not even part and parcel of the same match, and you say he's a winner. What criteria did you use to vote? So even when people are voting, even people are putting nominees, you need to know what you are putting. Because if you put Alice with these girls I've heard from there, automatically Alice, just the name itself, it will carry the award, which means you are disadvantaging those people, those players who are playing. If today we are to pick one African player, for example, you pick Droba and you put him in the squad of currently Ivory Coast, Droba's name will be flying even if he's not playing. You are disadvantaging the young ones who are there. So even when you are trying to put the category themselves, as you are analyzing the people, you need to know how you are analyzing, how you are putting that category. So for me, I can't put a blame on Alice. I'll put a blame on the people who were powering the nominations. They are the people who are trying to kill the talent from those young ones. And my network, Lawrence flipped on the category of Blanche, and that was the Lusaka fashion of the year, not the fashion of the year to make it like it's a countrywide. No, Lusaka is not Zambia, and Zambia is not Lusaka. So if you are smart in Lusaka, you are not smart in Zambia. So when you are trying to get nominees, you should go around as well. We have got people in Goma who are good when it comes to fashions. We have got people in Cabo, we have got people in elsewhere. So pick the category. Let us not make like Lusaka is Zambia. Everything comes from Lusaka. No, I'm even happy for this award because
I think I can speak on behalf of Diamond TV on this one. They always open it up, you the people, to nominate whoever you feel is deserving. And I don't know why we fail to nominate those people and we come and complain after the awards. Is it being fair to Diamond TV?
Yeah, and when they are picking the selection, they don't show us that this is the names which were presented by the people to put across as nominees. They just showed us that the nominees are these. So you cannot tell me among the comedians those four, they are the only names which were submitted. No, there were a lot of comedians, but only four were shown to us. The criteria in picking and leaving what they left, it is themselves who know. So even in the issue of the fashion, it is them who knows them, because they are in Lusaka, they are celebrities, but not in Kabwe. So even when they are picking on that angle as well, nangwa fara magambo muntu, even for you see the dress code of Mumbai, that is fashion on itself. You have to celebrate culture as well. You have to be including those people, so that let the vote decide, not the name decided by the vote.
Okay, let me just ask my producer to take us to the next category so that we can browse through and see how fast we can wind up with these. And we are looking at the fashion designer of the year in the name of Peter Mwansa. Now, if we can look at exactly the people that he was competing against, we had Harris Nation, we had the Mainga Sanderson, we had Nkanda Yatu, we had Tio's Closet, and Ivy's, and those are the other participants in that category that he beat. I'm not sure you are happy with this particular win.
Yeah, I think this one it deserve it. Although if you see that other one, I saw one of the posts of one of the celebrities when he was trying to sell the brand of the name has gone. The is in the nominees, the one with the national thing. It was being advertised by one of our international artists. So you would discover that
You're talking about Harris Nation.
yeah, Harris Nation, yes. It has been advertised by, so far I've seen almost about 5 artists advertising that brand. So you discover that that brand has been mostly making designed for most of the happening people in Zambia, and I was hoping that that brand could scoop this, but Peter Mwansa, maybe when it comes to advertisement is not that much, but when it comes to making design, maybe he has got the hyper uh, hand up from Harris Nation. So I think for me on this one, he deserve it, because I'm not that much into suits, so I couldn't know about who do proper designing. Costa Mwansa knows better.
All right, let's move on to the next category so that we can go through everything, and then we see how we conclude. We are looking at the entrepreneur of the year, and we have Moses Zulu winning this particular award. Now, it's interesting when we talk about entrepreneurs and all that. And the question that I was getting the most from people on this particular category is where is Young Pharaohs? Because I say. Let me bring you in, Wiseman. What are your thoughts on this particular win?
Yeah, I think entrepreneurship, we misunderstood this, most of us. Who is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur, for me, for my layman's understanding, is someone who is able to come up from nothing to build something and help to build other young ones' lives. If you were to discuss entrepreneurship on that angle, you discover that here in Zambia, without even beating around the bush, Young Fellows is scooping this award, because if you have seen what Young Philo has done, that is the real entrepreneurship. But again, about Moses Zuru, the real entrepreneur is like when you open up something, the people you are employing, you are teaching them to do what you have been doing, so that in an event they leave you, they go and open their thing in line with what they were doing. So when you see young fellows employ people to sell and to just to pack in plastic bags. They don't even know where he orders, what profit he makes, nothing. All what they know is when they go into a shop, they'll stand by the door, They'll pack in your plastic bag. They'll guide you to remove from what is on top. From there, if one or two has been fired, he can't even go and open a young fellow in the company because he has got no idea. But if you see Moses Zulu is a tailor, so you discover that when he employs three people, automatically they will be learning how to do tailoring. And in an event that those people were fired or they have grown, they are going to go and open their own small shop to start doing what they were doing to Moses Zulu. So when it comes to analyzing and entrepreneurship, Moses was scooping this award in the sense that the workers he's working with, they are doing exactly what he knows better. In an event that Moses dies today, his brand will never die because he will leave people who will be doing what he was doing. But in an event that this other tycoon business we know in Zambia dies today, their shops closed and people will call it to say Impia Shamkonkomwine. Meanwhile, it was only himself who knew how the source and where I was getting the things. So for me, this award, it deserves it.
All right, very elaborate and very precise. What about you, the viewers? What exactly do you think? Please let us know in the comment section, and we are happy to hear from you. Let's move on to the next category, and we see who won what. In the meantime, we are looking at the male sports personality of the year, and Patson Daka clinching that. Mr. Wiseman, deserving or not?
This one is a total no. It's not a deserving award. I think this one, the voting pattern went into the angles over the name. Patson Daka right now, if you see international wise, he has only played 2 games at Leicester City, and not 90 minutes. The both 2 games he has only played about 30 minutes in both 2 games. So you saw that international wise he has not performed well. When it comes to local here, out of the games he has scored, if you count the goals which he has scored, it's not up to par. If you see how Fashion Sakala is performing where he is, Fashion Sakala club wise is performing well, local is performing well. If you see local players here, how they are performing, you discover that club wise they are performing well, and even when they are called to national duty, they are performing well. So this award, it does not mean that when a well-named player lose to a local player, that player has died. No, it is high time we tell our players to pull up their socks. When you lose in your local, which means something is wrong with you. So if this award were to be given to a well-deserving player, Patsonda could have known to say, okay, there's something I'm not doing properly, I have to do it better. But if you are given an award just by name, you are killing the player. So for me, Patson Daka is a good player. We love him, but this award, he didn't deserve this award. This award was supposed to go to someone else, but not Patson Daka.
Okay, we on the list of nominees, we had Fashion Sakala, we had Kings Kangwa, we had Muzala Samkonga, amazing what he has achieved on the tracks. We had Patrick Chinyemba as well. Among these, who do you think deserved this particular award?
Muzala, Fashion, and yeah, between Muzala and Fashion, one was supposed to get, because Fashion is performing very well where he is, and Muzala has scooped a lot of medals where he is local and international. So these two were the well deserving awards. Sometimes, if you watch the game between Chelsea and Man City, Lawrence, you discover that when the man of the match was given to Sterling give it to another player. He surrendered the man of the match to the person he saw that this person performed well. So sometimes, even when you have been given an award, it's very wise enough just to say, no, this award, thank you very much, but the well-deserving player is this one. So for me, Patson Daka, this one, it's a big no.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's move on to the next category, and we see who else won these particular awards. And we had Kondwan Elliot Zulu, who scooped the male actor category. Now, Let me just talk about this particular guy. When we look at Kondwan Elliot Zulu, he is playing the role of Socks in uh, the Tentamanga Street series, which is showing currently on Zambezi Magic, and he seems to be doing very well for himself. Do you agree that he deserves to win this?
Who were the nominees? I'm not getting your list. Who were the nominees?
You want the whole list of nominees in the best male actor?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just trying to pull out that page for this particular category, but we seem to have quite a hiccup right here. Please go on as or maybe we seem to, no, I've not managed to pull out that page. Please, you can go on.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. I think my personal analysis of this award, uh, Kondwan Elliot Zulu, I don't know him. I'm knowing him just here and on Diamond TV. So that's why I wanted to see the nominees so that we can compare and contrast. Because if you were to ask me currently in Zambia, the most happening series, we discover that there is Impali and Zuwa. So if among the two series, the most happening, especially Impali, the winner couldn't come from Impali or this other series, then it is unfortunate to be the actor, because we're talking about best male actor of the year. So which means that series should have been running for the whole year for you to achieve an award, to win and to achieve an award. So if your series started in October, then it started making headwaves, then you won an award of the year, it's unfair. We need to give an award to the series which has been running for the year, and we pick an actor from there. So Kondwan Elliot Zulu is a good actor, as you have elaborated, but me, I would prefer the winner could have come from those two series, because those two series have been running for the whole year, and it has been making headwaves. If you were to ask anyone in Zambia, even a young chap, to say, when you go to this channel, what movie do you watch? Normally 90% they'll mention Mpali or Zuba. So that means that those are the cities which are making headwaves in Zambia. Thank you very much. You are muted, boss.
We can go through to the next category and see what exactly happened there. Okay, that is the rising star of the year. Now, I think we saw quite a lot of hype that came through from Mordecai sometime last year, and obviously maybe that is what he was riding upon. Wiseman, how did we end up with Mordecai winning?
This one, it's a big no as well to me. Mordecai had made headwaves for about 1 or 2 months. We were not voting for the rising stars of the months. It was rising stars of the year. If you have seen how this guy called Triple M, he has been making headwaves since January up to date. He has been showing that. If you have seen most of the rising artists who has been showing headwaves, there are a lot, and up to date they are still making noise in the industry. So Mordecai is a good rising artist, we understand, but when we bring it to the rising star of the year, it does not qualify because Mordecai actually only came on the scene for about 1 to 2 months. So when you are voting the year, you have to see who has been struggling from January, trying to pull out up to December. And I can assure you, if you were to check on your playlist, you are going to discover that if you check the music which was making noise in January for youngsters, Mordecai won't be there. February won't be there. March won't be there. April won't be there. Maybe somewhere June, July, that's when we heard about Mordecai. And in the next 2 months again, it disappeared. So November, December, August, October, November, Mordecai nowhere to be seen. How come? So for me, this one is a big no as well.
Seem to be very critical and not understanding exactly how Mordecai was winning this particular category. But we still congratulate you, Mordecai, that you made it and you managed to win something, and hopefully that will propel you to winning even more. Let's have the next category so that we can begin to wind up. Okay. This is the best gospel personality of the year, going to Mrs. Nyatando, aka Esther Chungu. Are we happy with this one? Why is
Yeah, this one was perfectly done. I think on this one I agree. Esther Chungu, she has been pushing. If it is not her song, you will see her in most of the features this year. You will see Esther Chungu featuring and releasing the song. So you see her in most of these functions, live performance, trying to prove and trying to pull the name out of the best. So this award, I think she deserved to be the best gospel personality of the year.
okay? Simple and precise. Let me just ask my producer to bring up. There is a comment that I want you to respond to as we are lining up something so that we can start to wind up Wiseman. There is something that I want us to look at in particular. So we have a comment from Ruth Matamando, who said, Imwe, I heard Mubasi at people were voting out of sympathy. I don't know much, but if it's true, I want to be nominated next award. Now, is it true that people were voting out of sympathy?
Lawrence, that has been a trend in Zambia. Mostly us Zambians, when we are voting, we don't vote on merit. We normally vote on sympathy. That's why most of the voting pattern in Zambia, we have been making mistakes, because if someone insulted someone, we want to give someone a vote in favor of punishing that someone who had insult over and over. So some of the awards which were won, it was based on sympathy. Even when someone has not performed accordingly, we discover that because she or he has got this sympathetic face, every time when something happens, she will just drop the tears or just drop her tears and will carry the vote. So I can confirm without any assurance that some they were voting and they were winning vote by sympathy.
Would you mind to share like which particular categories where you saw that happening?
I think the other category which Muzukanji won, that was a sympathy vote. I didn't see that one coming. It was this issue of trying to punch this one, so let's prove to this one. The other category, which I can say is the same category of fashionable whatsoever, it was a sympathy vote. The issue of Patson Daka, it was a sympathy vote. the issue of Mordecai, it was a sympathy vote. There are a lot, just to mention a few.
I'm sure the first instance where you're talking about Muizu Kanji is in the category where she was actually pitched alongside your maps. That is for the event of the year, where her event seems to have toppled every other event. In that particular category, who did you think was supposed to win?
Sorry, Lawrence, the network was breaking. I don't know if it is my network. You can repeat again.
Okay, I was saying, obviously, the category we are talking about where Muizu Kanji to you got a sympathy vote was in the category where she was pitched up against your maps in the category of event of the year. Now, let me say, who do you think was supposed to win in that particular category?
Yeah, so when you are talking about event of the year, what really are you looking up to? You are looking about the event which has carried the whole events. So when you talk about Muizu Kanji, which event did he brought which carried the masses of people, which can be the event of the year? Because the restaurant is just an ordinary restaurant which anyone can have, and only few people attend that. But when you see your maps, a Hilo Stadium fill up, that was something big, which was, I think, was deserved to win, because that was an event. The business, the opening of a restaurant is not an event compared to the fill up of a stadium. So that one, it was a sympathy vote for people to punish your maps to prove that Muizu Kanji can do it even without your map. So on that one, that was a very true, it was a sympathy vote. The award, the honor of that award was your maps, because that was an event.
Wiseman, I'm going to ask you, let's listen to this particular video that is coming up, and then we can come and conclude on the other side. Let me just ask my producer to just give us a clip, and then we listen to some of these, someone giving us also a roundup, helping us also make conclusions out of this particular broadcast. Please, let's stand by, and then you catch us on the other side.
Mwefipubai mwene nsala. Iye, but kwena mawati ya mzambe yabo yo. Ukulusa. Kashila some bale for anje ande kusalipize kama mawati yale no loka fumeko na walk of shame. I can't come. Badana ndio mbako tumeshi. I can't come. Ala yabo yo. Every year, pela chavantu pamovenya ama awards ayo. Every year. Inani starter. Ama awards ya mzaki ya kuchitano direct. So mwe chitano no mesi but we aposa kona amana ama awards ya. But mukafona BP. Mukafona pressure. Badana. Ndio mbako kamenshi my sister. I'm asking for water. Kulifia yene. Takuyambi. Yeah.
All right, Wiseman, we have one of the nominees who didn't make it, telling us those weights every year, awarding the same people every year. What is your take on that?
Okay, Lawrence, I think it has got like that video. It is like a coin. It has got two sides. The other side, the words itself, they were on point. Awards, you have to be picking regarding on the performance of the people you are awarding. So if you look on the same person, he has been performing, designing different type of heads, big heads, small heads, bend heads, just to make them look beautiful. So when you are trying to do that art, every time you are coming up with a latest design of doing those big heads, you deserve to win an award. Then you are discovering that you are losing year in, year out. For you to win, you have to have a sympathy vote. You can say that. On the other side of the coin, when you lose an award, you don't go and start blocking the organizers of that function. You know, in Zambia, there are no people who organize awards. So when you see people start coming on board with the heart of helping the heart, with the heart of uplifting the life of the heart, I can assure you, you need to appreciate them. So if me, I'm the losing candidate. First of all, I have to encourage them on TV, to encourage them to continue and put up more resources so that it can have a lot of categories in future than to demonize them. Then secondly, I have to appreciate my fans, those who voted, even if I had 5 votes. Those 5 fans of mine, I have to appreciate them and give them morale to say next time we will make it. Thirdly, I have to appreciate the winner, whether he won by sympathy or by normal voting. I have to appreciate that winner. Then I'm showing maturity because I've appreciated even the little I receive, and I'm encouraging my colleague to appreciate me when I won again. What if you won again? How are you going to feel when you see your opponent demolishing the same award which you are celebrating? So for me, that sentiment at two sides of the coin, it depending which angle you want to pick it, and in both angles, it was suiting the your shoe. When it fits you, you wear it. If it's big, you leave it for bigger sizes.
All right. Thank you so much. I think we appreciate everybody who was watching us, especially Ruth Matamando there, who also had something to say. We really appreciate the fact that you joined us. Please remember that Ubuntu channel comes live every day of the week, and tomorrow you make a date to catch me alongside the other guys who will be discussing with me issues to do with politics and everything around politics in the country. That's tomorrow at 20 hours. Now, remember also that your feedback is what keeps us going, and we appreciate each and every word and sentiments that you are sharing to us. Now, this has been Ubuntu Lifestyle, where we were reviewing some of the awards that were won at the Personality of the Year Awards, that the awards that are presented to us by Diamond TV alongside the various cooperating partners. Now, remember also that this program will be back next week on Monday, and we shall be looking at something else. And we hope that you make a date and join me. On behalf of a wise man, Lance as well, who dropped out because of connectivity issues, and my producer, let me just say good night to you and keep watching Ubuntu.